whether I should do or not, but...
if you are not sure, you better think over it and be sure before you ask. While you are in a state of undecidedness,
no, it's not...
why not ponder over it again more?
I personally feel that there is one aspect of that one that should be explained. 2 years ago I went to Pakistan and I saw one of our college fellow who is now judge of the Sindh High Court, yes. Sheikh Zahurul Haq.
Yes.
And he had a encounter with Hazrat Chaudhry Sahab, and Hazrat Chaudhry Sahab also narrated the same incident to me afterward in London.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that having listened to Chaudhry Sahab, I came that you say that it's the same Islam, same Quran, the same Prophet. So he said, in clear word, it's a matter of leadership. That's it. In the beginning, it was the leadership of the Maulvis which was affected, so they opposed you.
Mm-hmm.
And now you assume the role of the kingmaker for Bhutto in time of Bhutto. So the political kings seemed you a threat to their own kingship, and that is why they are opposing you.
So? Is it a new phenomenon?
Huh?
Is it a new phenomenon?
Well,
unfolded for the first time in history? Or do the temporal powers of the times of prophets always oppose them, fearing for their own selfish interests, and knowing that if they become conquerors, they would be deprived of all power, disinvested of all they have? Is that not correct?
Well, but I don't think that...
no prophets, this caustic remark about assuming the role of kingmakers,
yes,
is totally unwarranted and unnecessary, because this is what has been happening every time, right from the time of Adam to Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, according to the established history of the Holy Quran. The leadership of that time was rejected when the Prophet was created. Whether that Prophet was lawbringer or follower of an earlier law, that is immaterial. Whenever a Prophet was made, he was appointed the Imam of the time, and the rest of the leadership became meaningless. So, according to the Holy Quran, the entire powers of earth, around him of course, they began to oppose him, fearing for their own leadership. Abasharum minna wahidan nattabi'uhu. That was the cry of the time. Every time the Prophet came. Shall we begin to obey an ordinary person from among us and accept his leadership? This question of leadership is the time-old question which has no variation, no acceptance, no exception. So what is this question of interfering into others' matters? You do whatever you please. If Hazrat Masih Maud was created by Allah as a messenger, was appointed the Imam of the time, then this had to happen. That all the people having any form of leadership would definitely oppose him whenever they think that their leadership is now being ultimately threatened.
But I was under the impression that they are under misunderstanding, because we are not seeking any political power at all in Pakistan or anywhere else. We are only committed.
They know it. It is not the political in this sense at all. Animosity or hatred against Ahmadiyya is not as simple as you understand. That perhaps they think that we are a threat to them politically. You think the present regime really thought that we are aspiring to become the government or replace them? If somebody thinks this, he is very naive, to say the least. Neither Bhutto believed that Ahmadis will come to power, so I must oppose them, nor the present regime believes that there is even the remotest question of their coming to power, so they oppose us. It is the question in principle. They see better wisdom they see better leadership, and potentially they know that they are going to ultimately conquer. So jealousies are created because of that potential leadership, not a direct threat to anybody at all. Why are the mullahs opposing us, or the mullahs always oppose the prophets of their time? Not because they became an immediate threat. Just a single prophet raising a call was immediately opposed by the hostile elements from among the clergy of the time and from the temporal powers. Not because he himself was a threat to them directly, but the message was so potent, was so full of revolutionary changes, that potential threat caused jealousies. This is the underlying principle of hostility against religions. It is not something which you do which does that. It is the very message, the very fact that a claim is made that Allah has made me the Imam and you must submit. That very claim is bitter. Though at the same time, despite the fact that they consider them to be a threat, potentially, they deride them, they mock at them as being too small. Shizmatun qalilun. You are a very small minority and you are talking in such high tones. So this paradox is always present, it is present even today. At one time they say they are a threat to Islam and a threat to the present world order and the threat to Pakistan and so on and so forth. And in the second breath they say, what are they? A mere 70,000? What is their strength? We will crush them, we will wipe them out. They don't mean anything to us or to any part. Now, what is this paradox? You can only understand and solve this paradox if you understand the way I am thinking. That it is the potential of the message, which has very high potential, which within themselves convinces them that this message will not be defeated. It is coming up and it will ultimately destroy the whole order for which we stand. And that creates jealousies in every direction. Yet individually, your principles are so harmless and you are so powerless as far as the material power is concerned that you do not create a direct threat to them, to any regime or to any clergy as such. They are proud of their power at the same time and afraid of you because of the potentials, not because of the direct apparent threats. I think now it's time for Azan, please. I'm awfully sorry. Yes. Because we used to sit between Maghrib and Isha, so it is, हाँ जनाजे मुझे अपने नमाज के बाद याद कराना था. All right. There are two namaz janaza ghaib. Two more than that. Have you got the list? Announce the list, please. Before parting, we'd rather say the janaza ghaib of a few deceased friends and brothers and sisters.
Hazur will lead the janaza ghaib prayer of the following persons. First one is that of Mian Sultan Ahmed Sahib, who was Muallim Waqf Jadid. Sharifa Begum Sahib.
No, he was an honorary Muallim of Waqf Jadid, not a regular one. And he was a very pious and God-fearing person who would have very good true dreams as well. I knew him personally because of this contact. He was working without any pay for quite some time, and I found him a very pious person.
And the second is that of Shri